have a huge crush on Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I just don't know how to Sarah Michelle tell her. I will be leaving now.
Welcome to the Book Report. Happy Halloween. The month rolls on. Oh, man. I read The Haunting of Hill House. The House on the Haunted Hill. The haunting house on the Hell House. Do you ever get confused by that shit? There's the book. This is the 59 fucking Shirley Jackson. Haunting of Hill House. Ooh, that's marijuana. You know, it's not even super great, but it's very... It's pretty good. It's pretty good weed. But, geez, the way I did it, because I'm so cool. You gotta do drugs on your shows, okay? If you don't do drugs on your shows, are you even fucking calling on Satan then? Are you even fucking trying to celebrate Halloween if you ain't sinning? All right, The Haunting of Hill House. Shirley Jackson, 1959 or something like that. Okay. Now, I remember in 1999 the shitty movie coming out called House on the Haunted Hill, which is based on this old movie called House on the Haunted Hill. Wait. Yeah. I'm fucking confused. And that's a different thing. Both about haunted houses, you know. This, by all rights, is like the original, okay? The Haunting of Hill House, 1959. And then they made a movie out of it called The Haunting in 1963. And they made a movie of it in 1999, a remake, The Haunting. You follow me? You better. Well, you're here, okay. Catherine Zeta-Jones and Luke Wilson and somebody and Liam Neeson are in the 1999 version. Now, but I remember always hearing about the house on the haunted hill. I thought it was that. I thought it was the house on the haunted hill. The hill was haunted, and I remember watching the shitty 1999 version only, and it's about a guy who invites like 6 people to his place. I don't need this fucking... I know it sounds fine, and if it doesn't, it's your problem, not really mine. I'm saying it. Getting my therapy out of the way. 1999 version is about a guy who pays people. He's like, you get like $1 million or some shit if you fucking can stay the night in this haunted ass house, and he puts a bunch of effects in it and stuff. Jeffrey Rush is in that movie. Taye Diggs is in that movie. That movie is not based on this book, by the way, at all. It's just very closely related. Okay. All right, where the fuck was I? 1999. Jeffrey Rush. The movie sucked. Based on an old movie called House on the Haunted Hill that Vincent Price was in, which in some ways is not bad. Not a bad movie, you know. Same kind of premise, okay. But this book and movie, which had a 1960s movie based on it and a 1999 movie based on it, that one was terrible too. This is about a guy who invites people to a house to stay at because he wants to do research on it, okay? This motherfucking is about this haunted house. Now, I will say, before I get into this, it's a good book, okay? It's good in writing, like, scary shit in front of you as far as, like, your writing, you know? Like, it's hard to make words fucking scary when you're, like, reading it. But you do. You get someone walks into a room and there's, like, a slam of the door and it's haunted doors and all this shit. And you're scared and you're walking through it, you know? But I will say, like, overall, the book doesn't, like... I feel like there's, like, a lot of story planted, and it's not paid off, you know? Sometimes a fucking great American novel that people worship, it's, like, it's good for its time. And there's nothing else to say, but it's the best thing ever for its time. But it's, like, you know, it seems kind of like a rough... Like, there's some things planned. Let me get into it. So... It's about a guy who wants to do research about scary fucking houses, haunted houses. And he finds this one where scary shit has happened in the past, okay? Starting with when it was built by this great Hugh Crane 80 years ago. Hugh Crane, on his way into the fucking house, he's going to fucking bring his new wife into this place, and she dies. They like the carriage or something hits a fucking tree or something, and she dies on his like after they get married. And so he has to like carry her dead body into the house. So like that's how the whole place got christened, okay? Not fun. And then later he had these kids. He wasn't fucking probably didn't pay enough attention to them. These two daughters. They ended up fighting and stuff, disputing over the house. One of them kept the house. She hung herself mysteriously. I don't know. They were constantly disputing. They're like, oh, man, did someone break in the place and kill her? Look, maybe the other sister go out and killed her. All this story is building up. So it's like got that backstory. And on top of that, everyone who comes and stays there over the years, like mysterious little accidents happen. People don't want to fucking, they don't stay. No one stays there more than like 2 or 3 nights. They can't, you know? And it's like down the fucking way. It's out in the middle of nowhere. And I will say, the way they describe the house, Shirley Jackson's descriptions, it's like you really feel scared. I want to visit there. It's kind of cool, you know, kind of cool, scary. But all right. So the story picks up. This guy wants to study this fucking house. So he invites a bunch of people who's had crazy shit supposedly happen to them. He's like, "Come stay in the house with me. Let's do a little study session, baby." And only 2 chicks show up. So, but all chicks though, you know, for like, you know, a bringer show. That's not bad, you know. So it gets 2 chicks to come, Theo and Eleanor, Nell, if you will, Theodora. 2 girls that are a little different. Theodora's a little bit more outspoken, a little more confident, assured, you know, whatever. Eleanor's a little more quiet. Eleanor's got little lights. Eleanor's talking to herself like the whole fucking time. And I dig it, dude. Like it starts out with her also having a dispute with her sister. And you're like, oh, is that related to like the sisters that originally lived there? And it's like, spoiler alert, it doesn't fucking pay off too much. But she has this dispute with her sister over like, hey, I want to take the car. And her sister's married. And they're like, no, we need the car because we're fucking married. We got a kid. We need all this extra shit. And Eleanor's like, fuck you. And she just takes off in it, you know. And she bolts out to the summer and shit. So her and Theo, they get along pretty much. Theo's a little different, and Eleanor's like talking to herself like the whole time, just in like little ways a person does, but you know, ways I can relate to. Unfortunately, because you know, spoiler, I don't think it's gonna end up good. So she's saying stuff like, "I am me. I'm this own person. Like I'm wondering if they know that I'm scared or paranoid and some shit like that." And also, Eleanor got the invite because years ago, she had this fucking crazy shit happen where she was a kid and like stones would just be dropping on top of her house. Stones just dropped on top of her house mysteriously. Ghost shit, fucking poltergeist bullshit. Anyways, so that's a lot of the reasons she got the invite. All right, so they're in the house and we got a boy. Besides the doctor guy, this guy Luke. Now Luke's family owns the place. They've inherited it along the ways. They're not related to that guy Ukraine, but so Luke's there, all right. And it's like, oh shit, fucking is Luke gonna bang one of these chicks? You know? So what's the count here? What's going on here? And it doesn't they don't pick up any romance. I don't know. And even Eleanor says a few times, she's like, journey's end and lovers meeting, and like, I'm expecting Luke to go over and like finger bang, you know, Eleanor. Maybe she like, you know, goes over and like gives him a hand job or some shit in the night, and like, you know, nothing happens. Nobody feels each other out. Not much. She speculates a little, but it doesn't like. It's like, you're in a haunted house, man. Where the fuck is get some teen beat going in here, baby? I don't know. So what happens? Fucking dark, I don't know, ghost shit starts happening. So they're staying in the bedroom and shit, and ding, 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 ding. It's like, bum, 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 bum. Hello, did you hear that? No, I didn't hear that. Holy shit. Doors are swinging open for no reason, whatever reason. The doctor has a lot of ways of justifying a lot of the fucking, like, paranormal shit that's happening. Like, the door swinging open, he's like, oh, actually all the doors are cut at an angle, so that they actually, you know, they're naturally going to swing open at random like that. And, you know, there's rumblings in the ground. It's like, well, there's springs underneath the house. And, like, it always plays all these ways of rationalizing all this fucking scary shit that's happening. And I don't know, you know, they have a couple nights where fucking walls are rocking and they go out to the hallway and it says, Eleanor, come home. And it's, like, written in blood. And it's like, it's pretty hardcore. But then there's paranoia all around. They're like, did you write that? Did you write that? Are you fucking with me? Oh, you fuck with me. And then, okay. So then the doctor's wife visits, and anytime like a wife's coming from out of town to whenever you're having like a fucking fun party, that's obviously gonna put a cramp in your style. Not that he was putting the moves on anyone anyways, but it's just like, dude, doctor's wife, she shows up at the house and she's like, ooh, ghost adventures, I'm down, and she's just like ruins everything. She wants to break out the Ouija board. She doesn't call it a Ouija board, she calls it planchette, and she's fucking. Ugh, she's being annoying. She brings some guy with her too. That her driver drives her there, and I'm looking at the doctor. I'm like, yeah, that guy's banging your wife, dude. Yeah, that guy, her driver, he's banging your wife. After he cleans his revolver, he's fucking cleaning her out too, homie. What? You know, let some guy drive your other fucking wife. What? And stay. What? It was weird. No one addressed that either. It's like we got weird cuck shit going on. We don't got Luke trying to finger bang Eleanor enough. I'm saying it's a good book. Don't get me wrong. It is a good book, especially for the time. But, you know, it's 2020, man. The amount of fucking porn I've zipped through, I'm like, I creep it in there. Whatever. Where was I? So she shows up, and her fucking Ouija board says some shit about Eleanor. It keeps going back to Eleanor, and Eleanor's getting paranoid and shit, and having these spouts and lashing out a little bit. And then one night, fucking Eleanor, she goddamn, you know, my brightness just changed on my fucking phone, and I don't know if you see it in the camera, but I looked to my right because it looked like fucking like ghost shit. So I'm scared as I'm talking about this ghost shit. Holy fucking fuck. Whatever. I'm actually scared. That's marijuana for you. Plowing ahead, right, fucker? Okay. Eleanor has one night where she freaks the fucking fuck out because she's up on some tower, fucking, and losing it, seeing ghosts and shit, doing all sorts of weird shit. And it's like, dude, it's hard to tell because you don't know if it's like ghost shit going on or if it's like her paranoia. And that's exactly what ghost shit is. And that's what I feel in my brain. Right fucking... Oh, Jesus Christ. This is a scary fucking ghost story, isn't it? For me, high in my own fucking thing. Okay, so she's losing it. And then they say, Eleanor, you gotta bounce, yo. Like, you're freaking out too much. You've almost, like, jumped off the fucking tower shit. You gotta roll. Okay. So they tell her to drive away. And she drives away. And she hits a tree. And she dies. End of story. Not a happy ending at all. And then she's just dead, and then nothing plays out whether like she was like it's a good book. Don't get me wrong, it's a good book. But let me tell you, you wonder. Maybe that's the great thing. Maybe it's like Blade Runner. Maybe it's like the fucking Blade Runner, you know, where it's like you don't get it, and the more you watch it, you're like, it's like, good. It's tasty, you know? I don't know if there's a ghost over there or not, guys. Okay? If there was, it'd fucking probably boost these fucking views. Oh, Nella. Journeys end in lovers meeting. All right. That was the book report. Haunting of Hill House, Haunted, Hill House. Oh, there's the fucking TV fucking adaptation, which is great too. Which, okay, let me snip this in here. Of all the adaptations, without a doubt, the TV adaptation is the best. And the TV adaptation is different. It doesn't follow like the story of guys, them inviting people over and shit. It's like, it's a story of like a family that went there and haunted shit happened. And like the mom has like fucking ghost witch vibes, and some of the kids do too. And they see shit and they're fucking, it's really good, you know? And they use a lot of the names as like Easter eggs throughout it, but it's just a different adaptation. But that's what it really needs to be. Because it's like, there's not enough here if I was going to watch a movie. There's not enough on its own. There's really not, you know. If anything, I would do the story of this, how it's what's a big mystery, you know. Like not only the story of the original family that owned it, but then this story of the doctor inviting them over and ghost shit ensues, and then we have someone else come visit, and then there's a fucking cool, I don't know, I just love it when teens fucking, you know, hooking up with each other in the fucking movies, you know, the horror movies, you know. not in a pedophilia way. I mean like in an 80s way when it was cool to watch 17-year-olds bang. Anywho, the haunting of the Hill House. What else, man? The outside, the inside. Let's get a description of a scary fucking fun house. Alright, that's it. Bye-bye.
I was fucking this werewolf the other day, and I was like, I don't mind fucking a werewolf, but you gotta shave them legs, bitch. I'll fuck some werewolf pussy. You shave them armpits too while you're at it, okay? You fucking wipe that pussy up, okay? I'll fuck a werewolf, but I don't need some hairy fucking pussy, feminazi werewolf fucking, you know? I don't mind fucking some bitch with hair, but I don't want that to be the whole thing, you know? Nice. I don't mind some werewolf pussy. Take this fucking silver bullet, you know what I mean? Take these silver bullets. Yeah, American slut in Paris tonight, bitch. American slut in Paris. Woo! Ow! The howling, part 6. My dick, my car. Ow! Mythological fucking up in here. You like that? You like that? Huh? Ow! Shave them legs, bitch. You shave them legs. It's gonna be a full moon tonight, huh? It's gonna be a. Ow! 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 Ow!
That's Jerry.
Where do you think I should go with the joke? I'm feeling solid about werewolf shaved legs, and then I'm like, oh, then you just go big, Jordan. Then you just, you just go big, and they'll be laughing. Nah, nah, dog. Shave them legs, bitch.